So when class was over, and before I finished packing up, she had already left the class. But then I remembered that she followed me on Instagram, so I said screw it, I'm just gonna shoot my shot through her DMs. So I messaged her when I got home. I was like, hey. And she was like, oh hey. And then I was like, I like you. Then I asked her if she was single, and my face glowed with joy and happiness. And then she started typing. My heart was pumping, my And then when I got her message, I was so feelings. We all have them. From anger to sadness to that weird feeling you get when you see someone you like. Sometimes it can be hard to show someone that you like them without coming off as a creep. Like you don't want to look like that one that just creeps every female the fuck out. And although I'm not a creepy I am, however, just a dude that likes poop. So this story is going to be about my college crush. So before I started my classes in community college, we had a college tour. On the day of the college tour, we did some activities to get us to interact with each other. So we would find a partner and introduce ourselves to him. So I met a couple of people and spoke to him, and then moved on. And then I saw her. We ain't really talked, but I knew I was attracted to this girl. So after the college tour was over, I went home, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't stop thinking about this girl. So I immediately regretted not talking to her. So after a couple of days, I eventually started to forget about this girl. But then I remembered that school was about to start, so I ran to the store and bought some school supplies. So the next day, I started to prepare for school. I took a shower, brushed my teeth, and put on some deodorant and dipped out of my house. And when I got there, I took a deep breath and walked into the class and sat down. And then my teacher walked in, and I noticed that the same girl that I had seen during the college tour was in the same class with me. And I was really excited because I really liked this girl and I wanted to talk to her. So the teacher introduced himself to the class and made the whole class play a game together. So that way we would interact with each other. So I started chatting with some other girls and boys. And then me and this girl made eye contact, so I smiled at her and looked away. So the next day, she walked into the class and sat next to me. And then we started chatting and stuff, and then the boy played it real smooth. And I hit her with a cute smile, and she was like, I like your dimples. And I was like, oh thanks, I bought them off eBay. And then she started to laugh, but then out of nowhere, the most stupidest sentence came out of my mouth. I was like, ha. So, what school do you go to again? Like, bruh, what kind of dumbass question is that? Like, what the f was I thinking? And then she looked at me so confused, like, the look on her face said a lot. It was the type of look that said, what kind of drug is this nigga on right now? I was cringing so hard, my nigga. And then we went back to talking, and then she told me that she was African. And this only made me more attracted to this girl because your boy is also African. So we exchanged Instagram, and a couple of days went past, and I was feeling more and more confident. I felt like your boy was making progress. So I started chatting with her more and more in class, and eventually I got the feeling that it was time to shine, to prove to her why I'm the chosen one, to take her to a whole new world and make her my Jasmine, and I would be her Aladdin. Because at this point, I was feeling really confident that this girl was feeling your boy because of the way she stared at me in class all the time. And when we make eye contact, she would always smile, and I would always smile back. So I decided that the time to finally shoot my shot was now. So my plan was to approach her after class and ask her out. But here is where I messed up. I rushed it. I rushed it too fast. You see, I should have given it time, and by it, I mean the relationship of us two. I should have built it stronger and get her to feel more comfortable around me. Like, I felt like I jumped too quickly into the ocean without getting to really know this girl and getting her to understand what my personality was like. Because you see, women are emotional creatures. They don't think like us men. When a man first sees a woman, the first thing he's attracted to is her looks. But when a woman sees a guy, she might not be attracted to him at first, but eventually, when she gets to know what his personality is like, she then starts catching feelings. That's why you see average looking guys with some of the most beautiful women, but you'll never see a good looking guy with an average looking girl. And if you do see that, there's a 50% chance that that nigga is cheating because he has options. Men on the other hand, however, some of us niggas just want ass. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no other way to put it. That's the truth. So when class was over, and before I finished packing up, she had already left the class. But then I remembered that she followed me on Instagram, so I said screw it. I'm just gonna shoot my shot through her DMs. So I messaged her when I got home. I was like, hey. And she was like, oh hey. And then I was like, I like you. Then I asked her if she was single, and my face glowed with joy and happiness. And then she started typing. My heart was pumping, my nigga. And then when I got her message, I was salty as shit because this bitch cared the fuck out of me. Like a fucking problem, my nigga. Wanna know what she said when I asked her if she was single? She said, that's none of your business. LOL. Like, how could you be so fucking heartless, my nigga? Like, damn, it's a yes or a no question. Moral of the story is, don't get your heart broken. I don't fucking know. Have a good day.